The concept of Summer Course, Indian culture and spirituality, was initiated by Bhagwan in the year 1972. Those days only the students, those who are in Swami's college, had the privilege to participate in the summer course. Later in 1974, 2 years later, Swami extended this opportunity to all the participants all over India. So all the state presidents used to send 10 male students and also girl students to participate in the summer course from all over India, along with our boys and our Anantapur students also. And in 1974, it so happened few people had come from Fiji as well as from USA. And they were also part of this summer course. And every day, Swami's discourse used to be there. And the last day of that year's summer course, the first English song Swami sang. And I'm sure you'll all be guessing that. Love is my form.
Love is my form, truth is my breath, this is my food.
That was a song which Swami started singing in 74, summer course last. Now almost 50 plus years have gone. And this used to be a beautiful opportunity for everyone to participate, and all the students used to enjoy being part of this summer course. And I had that privilege in the year 1976 when I was doing intermediate in Vrindavan. Swami gave me the opportunity to be part of this summer course.
The one in Ooty, which was held in 1976, was very distinct from the others. At the end of the summer course, Swami asked all of us to go to the Ooty market and take up cleaning the place. The cleaning was done so thoroughly that the municipality passed a resolution thanking the students of the Sathya Sai colleges for getting the Ooty market so clean. And Swami was very pleased with this and took us for a picnic on top of the hill where a shed called Sai Darshan was to be inaugurated. We had a lot of wonderful moments with Bhagwan on top of that hill. And after we had finished, just when we were about to conclude with Aarti, Swami looked at all of us and said, "Are you ready to come for a running race with me?" And we were very excited. Swami said, "Whoever wins will be given whatever prize he or she asks." And then Swami said, "Ready, steady," and he said, "Go." And we started off, and then noticed that Swami had got into his car. And Swami went down to the Ooty town and came up slowly, so that by the time we reached Waltham Stowe, which was the place where Swami was residing and the summer courses lectures were being held, we reached just before Swami's car. Swami's car slowly came up, and Swami looked at all of us and said, "Oh, you all won. You all got first prize. Ask me what prize you want." All the senior boys were very quick, said, "Swami, we want you as the prize." And Swami said, "Okay, take me," he said. And then he said, on a serious note, "This evening I'll give myself to all of you." And so that evening we had a beautiful session in which Swami described his life. It all started when Swami said, "Do you have any questions?" One senior student asked I think probably the question that every generation asks, "Swami, how do we correct the elders?" And Swami, gently suggesting that the best way to correct any generation is by setting a role model, said, "I will tell you my life history, how right from the beginning I have taught mankind lessons." And this is what Swami did. For the next couple of hours, Swami described his entire life. And at the end of it, suddenly Swami became serious and said, "Not just now, but in future too, youth will follow me in large numbers." And he said, "You don't have to worry about anything. You're all sacred souls who have come to me, and I will use you for my mission." And then he waved his hand in big circles, and materialized medallion. He said, the future of this country is safe in my hands. And he showed the map of India, and he said on it were written in Sanskrit verses, all the future of the Sai avatar, the mammoth social service projects. That is the word he used. Of course, at that time we didn't know it was the super specialty hospital and the drinking water projects that Swami would take up. Swami said all that is mentioned here, including the names of the students who would be in charge of the various centers. They would be 18 in number. That's what he said. And they are shown as gems studded on this map. And then Swami said, do not hanker after anything. You have got me and I have got you. And I will guide you every step of the way. He repeated, you're all sacred souls. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa had one Vivekananda, and I have hundreds of you. You will be part of my mission. I will give each one of you a chance to be a part of my mission. So this was the special Ooty Summer Course, which was held in 1976, which incidentally this year happens to be the 50th anniversary of that event.
So the most important thing about the summer course was that all the students and all the teachers would assemble together in one place, and Bhagwan would preside over the whole program. It was literally the commencement of the academic year. For the students, it was a very memorable time because it gave so much of proximity to Bhagwan without the pressure of academics. So the students' day would begin at 4 a.m. in the morning. They would get up and have their bath, and the main hostel building, the Walter Cowan block of Vrindavan, was given to the boys, and we were about 1,000 boys as well as all the staff who would be residing together, and each student would get one shelf in a cupboard, so about 33 students in each room and about 20 faculty members again allotted one room. So it was a very jam-packed program for all of us, but we had Swami and so much of Swami from morning to evening, and so nobody really was very concerned about the physical inconveniences. But yes, you had to be in time, and that is why students would get up early in the morning and start their bath and other ablutions. After the Suprabhatam at 5:30, we would immediately have the breakfast, and the dining hall was not as big as it is today in Vrindavan. So there is to be at least 3 batches of students, and then after the breakfast, we would all go to the Sai Ramesh Hall for Bhagwan's darshan. And then we would rush to the college auditorium for the day's proceedings. Of course, many a time Swami himself would come and sit in the assembly, and he would sometimes just sit somewhere in the back on a row, and students would be seated there. The student would have a chance to give his seat to Swami. We have seen all those days. So the morning lectures would be there, and then everybody would make a beeline to the dining hall in the hostel, because that was the time when Swami would first come to Kalyan Mandap next to the boys' hostel, and he would give time to the girl students while dining, and then from there he would come to the boys' hostel and he would spend time during the dining session, when of course he would eat very little, but he would go around and he personally supervised every day's menu. So in the initial years, we used to have post-lunch sessions also, some activity-based kind of events for the students. And then at around 4:30, we would all again assemble in the Sai Ramesh Hall, and it would be preceded by Vedam. Then there would be 2 students who would summarize the day's proceedings and present that report to Bhagwan, after which there would be some talk by a teacher or by a student or by some elder, and that would finally end with Bhagwan's discourse, which was the most sought after event in the whole day. And then after that, again people would rush to the dining hall, because many a time Swami would come even in the evening for the dining session. And after the dining session was done, we would be in our respective rooms, and the teachers and students would be interacting and reviewing the whole day's proceedings. And if there are discourses by Swami or there were speeches by different guest speakers on different aspects of Indian culture and spirituality, that would be very carefully reviewed, so that every member who has participated in the whole event of the day, they get to understand, especially new students would find some of the ideas a little complex to understand to begin with. So the teachers would help them to get that, and then finally have their night prayer, and then they would retire to bed. Swami would be giving innumerable opportunities for the students, and he would be very particular that students carefully go through what his discourses were, as well as what the speakers have spoken. At the end of the summer course, there was this tradition of having an exam, and students would be reviewing the daily proceedings every day during the study hours, because those who would do well in that exam, they would get special gift from Swami on the final valedictory day. And we have seen Swami calling out those students to the stage and personally creating a ring or some gift and giving it to them. Another very memorable part of the summer course was that after the summer course was over, one day he would call all the students and the teachers for an exclusive session. No guests, no others would be permitted, and he would share his own childhood experiences. And I remember on one of those occasions, he created a lingum, and that lingum later on circulated as a photograph. And we came to know from our then principal, and it is so widely popular among the devotees today, that just by keeping the photograph of Swami holding that lingam cured so many people from their diseases. So that is the genesis of this very popular photograph among the devotees.
Now you may wonder why this is needed. Yeah, our grandfather, by natural, they follow their parents and followed the culture. And our parents heard and tried to imbibe. And now our generation, we are not even hearing, and there is nobody to guide us. And the Swami felt that this is getting lost and this got to be recharged. And that is why this Indian culture. So what is Indian culture? Basically tradition, belief system, value system, and family unity, togetherness, and loving. This bond is getting broken. So that is what Swami is trying to give us and tell us. And what is spirituality? Spirituality is telling about, suppose you talk about Ramayana, you have to imbibe Rama's character. You talk about Mahabharata, you have to see how the devotees, that is Pandava and Krishna, the devotion connection. So this is how every summer course highlights how you can enrich your life, how you can be one with this beautiful universe of love, pure love, and that too with living with and hearing Swami and Swami's love. This 1 month, not only attending the classes, we used to cut vegetables, 40 kgs of onion, 40 kgs of potato, and 1000 chapatis we have to roll. Sometimes we fry chapatis, and we also used to do serving duties. So this is how we do this, getting up early morning, 3 o'clock, we do this job, rush to the class, and this is how in that 1 month we try to hear and try to imbibe and try to practice whatever Swami used to tell us in our daily life. I think that straightens you, that strengthens you, that helps you imbibe these values very easily. We can absorb, we can enrich our life, we can fulfill, there will be fulfillment in our life. I think the beauty of those days summer course for 1 month, slowly it became 2 weeks, then it became 1 week, now it is in a capsule form, maybe 3 days. These 3 days, you have to focus on what is given to you and how much you can absorb in that, how many you can practice and how you can practice. Definitely, this will be a great support in your modern life. Thank you. Sai Ram.